Hello! Welcome in, everyone, to today's stream. I am Strange Tangent, as always, joined by my amazing and lovely wife, Red Panda. So, which is who you're really all here to see, let's be truthful. So, hope you all have a fantastic day. I've had a fantastic few weeks. It's been a little bit since we did our last episode. I think it's been about 3 weeks since we did our last episode. So we're excited to dive into episode 2 of Earthbreak. There was definitely a lot. Oh my gosh. A lot of information in episode 1. So, that being said, great time to plug it. If you have not seen episode 1, we have a link that'll be right up in that corner. You can click that. You can go to our playlist that'll have all the Hunt to Killer stuff, and you can find the Earthbreak 1 there. So, right? Yeah, Red Panda had to rock her Pew 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 Red Panda gaming shirt. So there you go. But we're, like I said, we're definitely excited to get into episode 2. Now, quick recap from episode 1. So we found our victim, and
Persephone, I think.
Is it Persephone? Yeah. That's right. Okay.
Or you can go Persephone if you want.
Persephone? Yeah, I think it was Persephone. So Persephone was found outside of our bunker. So, obviously, as a reminder, we're all right now sealed inside of a bunker because of a alien virus that took over 5 years ago, and we all managed to survive. And we just got into the bunker with the rest of these folks that have been in this bunker for a while now.
It seems like a little too long.
I'm not sure where we were at prior to this point, but you know what? We were obviously doing good, and obviously, kicking, butt and taking names, right? So, we've got all that because we survived, and now we're inside of a bunker. So, let's see. What I'm trying to think if there's anything else major that we figured out.
The biggest thing we figured out from last episode was we're the newbies, so they kind of want our opinion. Like, we have the secret contact within this grouping, because this group is like 100 people, and they're all very, they're very hive-minded right now. They've all been living below ground a while. They've been, all the politics that go into that, etc. And the contact is suspicious about how this person, Persephone, who was a medic, died.
Right.
So they had us kind of try to sneak into some backdoor files and see what we could figure out. And it looked like what we figured out was that with the council, which is the governing body of this hive grouping, they are not telling the truth about how she died. Just based on a photo we saw and some other evidence we haven't covered last episode.
And they're using that to force a vote, basically, about whether that we lock down, basically.
Yeah, basically, shut the doors for good, no coming in or out.
Exactly. Yeah. That there's there's nothing. You won't be able to leave whatsoever.
Yeah. Which Persephone was completely against. She was all about taking in strays. That was her thing. She would have taken people and helped them and ushered many into the facility, including Sister A, apparently. So
correct.
That's the biggest thing is we uncovered that the council is covering up what really happened to Persephone.
Hence the big theme of it, right? Yeah. We have to choose.
Yeah.
So, are we choosing freedom or are we choosing security? So, that's kind of the vote is what's up for vote from the high level people of what to do. So and I think that pretty much. I think unless you have anything else that you think is
I think the only other big thing in case people who are with us haven't done episode 1 is within this hive or compound there is a computer named Patricia. I will probably misspeak her name tonight, unfortunately. But she is an AI computer that is apparently super smart and eavesdrops on everyone and pretty much has stats on everybody. She has opinions and she has some really interesting answers to questions. I posted a few from in last episode's Discord because some of them were hilarious. I made her mad. I got her to give me a warning on one when I was asking her some of the questions. She scolded me. But she has a lot of opinions on people, and it's really funny because they're little snippets or quips, but they're really funny to look at. But there are a lot of people in this season. So it's a bit overwhelming. So also in that is a list of all the people and their numbers in case that would help people follow along a little better.
And I think that sheet that we got is supposed to be our suspect list that we got last episode. So that helps kind of narrow down from the fact that there's over, 100 something people in this facility. So that kind of helps narrow it down of who our kind of list of suspects are.
I think it's just because they're all named by numbers that it's really hard in the moment to follow along what's happening. It took me weeks to put a list of everyone together and who's dead, who's alive, and what all the drama is. So
no, I agree.
And a little reference point at least to help people follow along better.
Yeah, and so I would say let's get fully into episode 2 here. Do you want to start opening up some evidence? Let's head over to the evidence room. All right, there you go. Like that little, Vanna White.
I was just really excited when to open it. Oh, but they're not open again, Jeremy. Well then, okay.
Right.
Very fun. That's cool. So, one of the things I discovered from episodes by really going deep in everyone's stuff is Jeremy. He's like that 12-year-old kid who keeps getting into all kinds of trouble.
Oh, yeah.
He's a courier. That's his job. So his job is to take papers and things from place to place and find people for meetings and stuff. He's basically he runs things to places. So, hence the do not open. It sounds like he's lost stuff in the past, too, which is really funny.
Right.
12-year-old kid.
You are being entrusted with this most sensitive of topic. Do not try to take a peek.
Right. All right. So we've got contact letter, which I'm sure is going to be in here, and then this bad boy, which. All right. So we got some interesting.
So that was when I opened the box to try to start scanning documents, stuff like that. Yeah. That was separate. It was in the bottom of the box. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we?
I believe that would fall under these items here, which are the coded messages.
So coded messages. So we're going to leave all that because if I see those now, we're going to go right to those now, and that would go out of order.
There's
that looks terrifying. We might each be trying to crack our own
three
code.
separate messages, but they look like they might be double-sided.
I'm really hoping this doesn't end up in a part 1 and a part 2. Oh my, we might have underestimated this. 5 out of 5 on the hard difficulty. Just 5 out of 5.
Yeah, this whole case is labeled 5 out of 5. Ciphers are heavy with this one, according to the overview of the case from Hunt's a Killer. So,
was not expecting that. What are these?
Those are model pieces. There should be 13.
They remind me of some type of chemistry thing from back when we were younger, where we had to put together elements in chemistry class or something.
Yeah, it just said 13 model pieces.
Well, that looks interesting. That doesn't look very promising. Okay, well, that looks ambitious. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know enough about whatever this is.
Yeah, no, me neither.
So.
Yeah. All right, we got a necklace with what looks like. I'm gonna take a gamble and say it's DNA.
Okay.
I could be off the mark, but that's my gamble. It looks very much like a sciencey type thing.
I agree.
All right. And then this looks like a little knife. What is this? Oh, never mind. There's something electronic happening. Oh! An official NACS USB.
Yeah.
This is kind of cute, actually. Oh, my darn. That's kind of fun. That's such a bizarre way to clasp it together, though. Because, there's no way it locks into place. That's cool, though. All right. Well, hey, now we have something to put on that lanyard from last episode.
Right.
Looks like we have another little card telling us how to get into our server. So, if this is anything like last time, we got to do a little code breaking to start the episode, literally. So, we'll try that in a second.
So, it looked like that was...
this little guy. Reminds me very much of an old ticket stub. Ooh, work assignments are not optional. Number 4, no misuse will be tolerated. So last time it mentioned number 14, rule 14. This time it's mentioning rule 4, but I don't see anything underlined. Unlike last time, there was something underlined. Always keep the rules in mind before logging into the server. Not optional. So maybe we just do a simple shift 4 spaces this time, maybe? So we'll have to play with that in a second and see. We've got our contact letter. Okay, so Matthias Lind, it looks like, is mentioned here. Now, he is, racking my brain here, he is the one that basically is like the engineer. He, fixes everything in the facility. Yes. He's like the handyman. But he's also very big at scolding everybody else. Like, he loves to scold other people, especially Jeremy. Let's see, security incident, Rutrow. Okay. All right, so we got something about Alexander. Let's see, and then we got some torn note pages. And so this right here is different than those. Are these different than those? Or
yes.
Oh golly. Okay.
So those are the field notes. That's what those are.
That sure looks like this. I don't have a clue what that means.
Trying to,
but that looks like this. Without reading a single word. So it looks like this might be Persephone's diary, by the way.
Okay.
Because in episode 1, she kept wanting pears. She kept requesting them, and I see the word pear like 7 times in here. So, oh no, even cooler, babe. Look at this. This is from the journal. These pages are from the actual journal we got, like the version we got.
Oh yeah, the field journal. Okay, so these are the field. These are so just as field notes.
Yeah.
So
this must be her field notes. Then.
I think so.
Interesting that they're ripped out and that stuff is torn off. Yeah. That's kind of cool. Interesting.
Well, let me get all this put in to the Discord. So, chat, there's the Discord link if you're not a part of the Discord link.
You're good.
If you are watching this later on YouTube, don't worry. It'll be down in the comments down below. The one big thing that I keep seeing with the Discord, just so you're aware, if you click that link to join the Discord, go to the Rules and Roles channel and make sure that you acknowledge the rules of the Discord. Otherwise, you won't be able to see anything that we are referencing when we're talking about Discord. Once you acknowledge those rules, there's a little thumbs up emote that you can react to. It'll grant you access to the rest of the server. You can then react to certain roles to be able to be notified with tags when we, do certain tags to say, hey, something's coming up specifically for Hunt the Killer or something of that nature. So that's kind of the biggest thing I've been seeing with the Discord is that people are not reacting to that, and then they're not getting access to the rest of the server.
Do you want me to go ahead and read the contact letter?
You know what? That's a very good idea.
Okay, so none of these move around, so that at least limits how many spots we have to put them in. I was worried it was all rotated and angled, and I got worried. So they at least don't rotate or anything.
This one, and there's another one. This one.
I think these are the same. So these are the same.
These are supposed to, I think, be glued together because there's only supposed to be 13 pieces, and yeah.
Okay.
So I think those are supposed to be glued together right here.
Oh, so does that make it another one of these?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a ton of these. I'm putting all the ones that are the same over here.
So, but with those apart, there's 14. So
jumper.
Don't eat it, Kona.
Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
No, that's not food.
Our dog would eat that in 5 seconds flat.
Not food. They are friends.
Not food. All right, so let's go ahead and put this aside. I just kind of wanted to play with this for a second and see what we were dealing with. Let me go ahead and read this while he's getting all that loaded into the Discord for you guys. All right, so this is from our mysterious contact. 2C117. My instincts about you were right. I've collected and scoured through the data you found for me, and I cannot thank you enough. And unfortunately, I must ask for your cooperation once again. It was leaked to the residents en masse that V005 Vive's death was a lie. Patricia has assured me it wasn't you who divulged this information, but she also is unsure of who did, which is quite unlike her. Whoever it was has only caused chaos. We need to mitigate the damage done and try to keep any information we gather between us until the time is right and we have the whole story. There are still so many questions we don't know the answer to, specifically why B005 left in the first place. If we can find the answer, I believe we can get one step closer to the truth.
And that's Persephone, right? Persephone,
yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of floats your boat, whichever way you
want to go. 005, that's Persephone.
Yes.
Okay.
She's the medic. I refused to consider the idea she wanted to abandon us, but by leaving at all, she has set something terrible in motion. Her death has triggered much of the lock-in debate. Either we lock ourselves in and never see the outside again, or we continue to live in fear of an alien threat that has pushed us to the brink of extinction, to die underground or death from above. What kind of choice is that? I've secured a few documents for you, some of which have yet been clandestinely misplaced into your hands, and some of which B017, which is Jeremy, the clumsy kid, neglected to look after, that I hope will help you with what I need you to do. I also did a bit of snooping and discovered B005's field notes in A003's personal quarters, A being Matthias.
Okay,
A003 being Matthias, which is it's this guy, Matthias. I thought it was Matthias, but I don't know.
Okay.
He's the quick fixer handyman guy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I need you to do.
I find it crazy though that so I just.
How they refer to everyone else by number, and then they refer to Alosha, which is number 2, by name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead and pick back up where you were.
Well, now I've lost it.
Where you just got done reading about B005, A003's personal quarters.
I'm convinced he stole them from B005's recovered inventory, right under B037's watch. B037 would be Jordan Kim, who's the expedition leader who goes out and scavenges for stuff.
Okay.
She leads like a group of 6 that go out intermittently to scavenge. Why would he want her notes in the first place? You've been provided with more information I found in Alosha's possession. His apprehensive nature is convenient, and we can use his paranoia to our advantage. I tried to ask Patricia about these covert data caches he's created, but she couldn't explain it in words. She printed these strange sculptures instead. Alosha likes to spy, so I'm giving them to you. Oh, Alosha likes to spy, so I'm giving them to you. I need you to figure out what it means. Break into the dark web and uncover anything you can. Okay. I also entrust to your protection a USB, which was found wrapped in the necklace B005 would always wear, and I'm curious as to why she left it behind. The USB might have information we're looking for, hopefully some insight into what her motives were, but I do not dare risk cracking its contents open near anyone who lives or works so close to me. It must be you. When you find what you're looking for, connect the USB to the computer terminal and tell Patricia Ryloff to secure a channel, await instructions, and log off. Stay safe, stay silent. I have a really bad feeling about this. So what is the overall goal then? We're trying to...
So it looks like we need to... Something with the site, we probably need to dig further into Alosha's stuff.
Yeah, into more
it says break into the dark web and uncover anything that you can.
Yeah.
Once you find what we're looking for, connect the USB to your computer terminal and tell Patricia Ryloff to establish a secure channel.
Gotcha.
I'm sure at that point we will receive, like it says, further instructions, and then we can continue on from there. So let's take a look at first things going to be first, probably. Yep, we need to get that password deciphered. Are you wanting the clear post-its, or you want?
No, I have a pen, so I'll need these. I do have a Sharpie, but it's going to be too thick to do that. So I'm leaning towards let's try on the shifting 4 either way and just see what happens. We'll
that's what we did last time, right? We shifted
by 14, and we did it backwards. It was something weird. So
so rule. Do you have the rule book?
Yeah, number 4 is the work assignments are not optional. Like it's literally that what you're assigned, you're gonna work and do. You don't get to stay in the matter. But I can pull it out if you want. I just
didn't know if it was like anything more than just those words.
I don't believe so. That one was pretty short and to the point, I believe.
Number 4.
Never mind. Work assignments are based off of the skill set. Personal preference will be taken into account if there's multiple skills. So I think the number 4 is the key that we need to get from that. Though.
Okay.
I really do. So.
Okay. Alright, so are we going backward again?
Up to you. It doesn't really specify, so unless this is changed on the back. Decrypt, blah, 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 blah. Yep, nope, doesn't change.
Okay.
Yeah.
So...
We can do both at the same time if you really want. See what word shows up from what.
So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4 back, that would mean A equals W, right?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. So do you want to try this?
Yeah. So let's go with just the first 2 letters, see if anything happens. Q.
Get this pulled up real quick. Alright, so...
I got Q as N if you do
Q is M,
back.
yep.
N or M?
M. As in Mary.
Oh, this is why you do that part, not me. S.
That would be O.
So far, so good. X.
T.
Okay. So far, so good. L.
That is H.
All right. We're going to get the word mother here in a second. I.
E.
And I'm guessing V is going to be R.
Yes.
And then F is in Frank.
B.
It's going to be motherboard. S is in Sam.
O.
Okay, yeah, it's motherboard. I can already tell you. It's going to be motherboard. All right. So while the first one was a little more challenging because we didn't know what we were doing, that one wasn't so bad.
That was
there's like probably 14 more codes to go, so I'm just going to go on that one.
Much faster.
All right. That was good. All right, so that time we went back 4, you said?
Yes.
I'm just keeping track on all these.
4.
Just because at some point I think it might matter.
Yeah. Right?
Other cases.
So let's do...
So motherboard is going to hopefully get us into the website this time around. Got going on. And then while you're trying to get that and kind of figure out the layout of it and see what you need to copy and stuff like that, you want me to start going over the paperwork I do have?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like while you're logging in and kind of seeing what's there.
Let me get logged in here real quick. Do you have the...
It's just the word motherboard.
Right, I know. Yeah. I need the card, or actually, I've just got it right here.
You do?
What's the password? I'm trying to remember. The user ID?
2117.
That's right.
Sorry, I'm the one that nerds out between episodes and kind of like studies it like it's a homework assignment. Crap, I just logged in under the old password. Oopsie. Backwards.
Okay. I like how Chrome is like popping up, letting us know that the password we just used was found in a data breach.
That's funny. Well, we are the data breach, aren't we?
Right? Man,
that's pretty funny.
All right, look at that. We're already ahead of ourselves with hacking into the dark web chat.
Loving it. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go over this while he kind of gets a lay of the land because we don't... Anything in this we have not printed out, we have not seen, we have no clue. So we'll get to that in a second. I'm going to fill some time while he checks that out. So it looks like we have an expedition summary. So I'm betting that's when they kind of left the base and went out and scouted and got stuff. Oh, cool. This one looks like it actually was... So Kim Jordan's the person who found Persephone's body and recovered some of the items from her body in the last episode. It looks like she's the one that actually went out to recover materials from the body. I don't think she recovered the body herself. It looks like Matthias approved her going out. The one thing is you have to have council approval to leave the facility or you're in big trouble. Like Persephone did not have that when she left the facility.
Right.
So he looks like he gave his consent. So she took her hazmat suit, her duffel bag, and a rifle, and she came back with the same exact items. So nothing there surprising. It was about a 2-hour expedition. She did get some stuff from Persephone's body. So let's see. So the backpack. Let's see. So she heavily damaged.
We'll need to probably indicate as well, just as a side note, real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
When we get done with this episode, we'll probably want to indicate just quickly, like what day.
I have a timeline of everything.
Well, no, like what day we are seeing in things like the forum and the polls, because like it's logging into this one, it's still showing me all the stuff from last time, but also showing me all the new stuff.
Right.
And in the forum, it's all stacked. So I don't remember where we left off.
So the last time, I think they were fighting about alien meat.
Well, that was the very first day, 1810.
Oh, okay. Then the last one was the Persephone one. Give me 2 seconds. I'll recognize it if I see it. I've only read them like 14 times each so far, so just give me 2 seconds.
One of Scout's picking a new blanket was one of them, right?
No, he was denied the blanket. He was told absolutely not.
Well, no, I know, but was that one of the forums? Can one of the Scouts
yes,
pick me up?
He was not allowed to have a blanket.
Correct. Okay, so that one is fine. Okay. And then we have
give me 2 seconds, babe. I got it. No worries.
Yeah, you're good.
So lock in. No, so looking for a cluster lesson. Let's see. Beautiful day. Okay, so the service thing's new. Okay, so this is the last one right here. This is the one, and it says archived, and I think these all say not archived. So basically, from the word archive down, that's old. So from day
the word archived?
From day 1825 down.
I don't see anything that says archive.
Okay, so maybe that's just on the cell phone
there it is.
version.
Archive.
My apology.
Yep, never mind, I found it.
Yeah. So anything from archive down is old. Anything up is new. Because basically the last thing was, hey guys, new resident, meet C117. Welcome C117.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
sorry, I knew I'd recognize it.
Day 1825 is where it was the last thing we saw. I see now where it says archive.
Last episode there was something from 1827, which was the last poll. Jeremy's last poll was from 1827.
Correct. Yes, that's in the polls section instead of the forum. So let me show.
No, you're good. I was just letting you know, that was the absolute latest day number that I saw in all of the stuff from last time. Was the 27, 1827.
Okay, yeah. So you are looking at this one.
Yep, that's what I was doing.
Item
just
inventory.
while you were kind of feeling it out.
That makes sense.
Computers, because you have to open all those comments, copy it, and then save the image. You know what I mean? So I was just giving you time to do that so you could get them all posted. Did we do that last time?
No, actually, I think we're just because people know the site.
Okay, because you guys can go to the site yourselves. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So I'll put the website in the Discord again.
And then again, motherboard is the password you guys need to get into this one, and the username is the C117. So it looks like 2 hours of the expedition length. Now, what I'm curious about is it says recovered materials. So it says she left with a duffel bag and came back with a duffel bag, but it says she found a backpack that's damaged, a suit that's damaged. Oh, the suit was in the backpack? Why would she have taken off the suit? Fascinating. Okay. The ULF emitter and remote. So she had both. Oh. Remember the emitter chip thingy we found on her last time? Mm-hmm. That was out of the device it was supposed to be in? So it looks like she had both the emitter and the remote. So if someone did sneakily kill her or something, they may have planted the remote on her after the fact. So we found out in the last episode that the emitter chip thing, when it's in the device it's supposed to be used with, it basically causes a frequency that lures the aliens to the area. So it can be used as kind of like a distraction while you go dig through a town or neighborhood and pull the aliens somewhere else. So the field notebook, notes handbook, bandages, anti-diarrheal, ibuprofen, peroxide was damaged, flashlight, but the batteries were fine. Boots, jacket was damaged, knife, and hand axe. All right, here we go. Here's what I recovered from Persephone. I know Simone wants the body back to examine, but I'm not bringing her into the base. It's way worse in person than it looks on that security photo, and no one needs to see Persephone like that. There is no way her body would pass decontamination anyway. I'm not saying anything to the general population about what I saw, so tell the facility whatever you want. So, from what we could see from the video feed last time, because it was like a photo of that, it was just a very gory scene. They were telling everyone in the facility that she had left without authorization and that she basically died from the virus. She was exposed to the virus because there's supposedly like a virus, pandemic, epidemic thingy out there, but there's also a bunch of aliens running around killing people and tearing them apart, apparently. So, not one, two problems. And so it sounds like, while it's very graphic from Jordan's perspective, the council decided to go with, she left the safety of the facility and therefore suffered the consequence of the virus and died. So it's kind of like, stay here, be safe, go out, die. So it's kind of like feeding into that narrative of, let us control you, do what we're telling you to do, behave. Kind of thing. They're using the fear tactic, I would feel like. So, but it took about 2 hours. So that's kind of cool. So Jordan Kim, it's interesting that the hazmat suit was in the backpack. That means that at some point she took it off.
It was inside of the backpack?
That's what it says. Found inside backpack on the right. Notes.
Oh, yeah.
So that is interesting because that means at some point she took that suit off.
Yeah.
Why would she have done that if the entire point is to stay in that suit the entire time you're outside the facility? So that's interesting.
So it took 2 hours for him to go do that.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and then, let's see. So that was her report basically on finding Persephone's body.
Yeah.
So, and then last but not least, we have an incident breach here. I guess not even remotely last but not least. I was way ahead of myself.
Incident report, yep. Is the original there? Or is that the original? This is the original?
The original, I think.
I wanted to make sure.
I don't honestly know.
No, you're good.
I think it's the original.
It should be.
I was pulling it out of this pile. Yeah,
the original was 2 pages, and I copied it.
Okay, yep, you did.
I couldn't remember. I didn't look to see if...
Oh, you could see through the...
Yeah, but I think because of the way they got this printed, I don't think it's meant to be seen through for anything.
It's something we might see in Alosha's stuff. He might have one that's unredacted. We'll see. So this is
most of it's stuff like phone, email, address, right? Stuff like that. That's going to be blacked out anyway.
All right, so let's see here. So incident, we have a cyber incident. Uh-oh. So reported by, so Alosha is Alexander Petrovich. He's A002. If people are nerdy like me and keep track of that, he is basically in charge of everything like security and operations, except Priscilla or Patricia. I told you I was going to do it. Priscilla. It's Patricia, not Priscilla. I'm going to say it. At some point, I decided that I was going to rename the AI system, and my brain will not stop. So Patricia is the only thing he cannot do or handle. That is all on her creator side. Everything else is all him.
I hear so Patricia. The first thing that pops in my head every time is How I Met Your Mother.
I don't know why I keep thinking of Priscilla. How I Met Your Mother. Yes, I feel so stupid. All right.
Not now, Patricia.
It looks like top secret, blah, blah, blah. Outsourced services, no. Gateway outsourced, no. All right, so here we go. Security system mainframe was attacked and broken into. Ooh. Highly sensitive information was stolen. Sensitive information contained matters on national security, as well as decades worth of data on foreign matters. Original data during Cold War breached. Data during facility reconstruction and implementation of the Patricia system breached. Has the matter been reported to law enforcement? No, because they don't exist anymore, probably. Incident unresolved, and is the incident related to a high-profile event? Yes. I wonder if he's referring to the high-profile event as Persephone's death or something. That's weird.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Okay, so looks like... Oh, never mind. So day 30... Personal copy report has been submitted. Agent something assigned to case as high priority. All right. I've got my bad handwriting. I'm not judging, but what the heck? Agent who? Agent blah, blah, blah? Like, what the heck is that?
And that's on page 2, right?
Yes.
Where are we looking at?
It's... Oh, agent has been assigned. I got it. Has been assigned.
Okay.
Sorry, it took me a second.
Oh, I see.
I thought it was saying a name. Like,
been assigned.
I literally thought it was trying to say like the name Hashbin or something. Like, but it has been assigned. So, to the case high priority. So it says, does that say Babe? Badge number. So there's a badge number for this agent. Wow, I'm getting humbled right now because this is my handwriting on a daily basis. It's Shepard. It's Shepard. I bet you anything it's Shepard.
I have. Do you want me to try to read it?
You can. Yeah, it's Agent Oswald. He's A003.
I have done some digging myself. I do not trust bureaucracy. Too slow. Agent Oswald is closing in on perpetrator. I have his file, but it is mostly redacted information. Too sensitive information above my station. Nonsense. I have been able to extract some information from cyber criminals' file, but it is very difficult, even for me. Most information is locked behind password I cannot crack. This is most frustrating thing in my entire life. I must know who he is. Day 1829 for counsel. I
have dug up this document.
I have dug up this document. Because the original notes were from day 30.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So I have dug up this document, my personal copy, and submitted it as evidence of the strange circumstances occurring with Patricia and our security system. You have not followed upon this, so I am resubmitting it and hope you all finally see reason. It is happening again, and in some way, someone is hacking our system. If we are not proactive, we may lose control. We will lose our facility to him. We will lose our lives. You do not feel this now, but you will. Do not let this slip by you a second time. And then symbols.
I bet you that's either Russian or something. So I was not Russian, Ukrainian. I keep saying Russian, but not Ukrainian. Let me check with my lens and just see if it comes up with anything really quick.
Yeah.
So, is there a backside or anything else, or is that the end of this one?
I think that's it. There's just two, just the 2 pages. Yeah.
2 more seconds. You want to keep going on. There was the journals from Persephone still physically, plus
the field journals.
Yeah, plus all the internet stuff as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I'm just seeing if my lens can actually get
so it looks like on field journals, so day 1816. I can't believe I'm out here. I actually left. I made sure to avoid the perimeter cameras. So hopefully no one has noticed I'm gone yet. Too scared to take the suit off, but soon. On the 7th, day 1817, I did it. I took off the suit last night. I'm terrified. My heart is still pounding, but the air tastes so sweet. I just want to cry. If these are my last days, it's worth it. 1818, I heard them last night. Something was moving in the dark. I need to go. I'm not sure where exactly I'm heading at this point. I'm just following the expedition markers and hoping for the best. 1818, I found a pear tree. The fruit wasn't fully ripe yet. I still kept eating until I felt sick. Fresh pears always were my favorites. And was that Anto? Anto does his best, but there is nothing like biting into a pear right off the tree. And there's this little DNA symbol down at the bottom.
Which I assume is referring to her necklace that she cares for.
1818, I am in so much pain. I can't believe I thought it was a good idea to eat that many pears after going years without them. I'm so glad I remembered to grab a bottle of anti-diarrheal before I left. I'm staying in the attic of a gorgeous house. It was tempting to spend the night in a real bed, but after last night, I won't risk it, especially after seeing a number of homes with broken down front doors. 1819, I saw something. I caught the top of it over the ridge. I can't quite make it out. It's still a ways off. I should head back. But I want to know what it is. This is so stupid. I don't know why I'm doing this. Still, I know better than to try to make any progress at night. I'll make it to the top of the ridge in the morning. 1820, this morning I feel fine. It's been over 2 days since I ate the pears. No more nausea and no fatigue yet. 1820 as well. The thing is some kind of tower, but it isn't man-made. Jordan had one of these in her sketchbook. I have no idea what it's for. I could see the aliens swarming around it. Hundreds of them. They were miles away, yet seeing them still made my skin crawl. Part of me wants to get closer, but doing that would be saying I want to die. All right, and then the final also on the same day, 1820. I'm a little nervous. I'm starting to feel tired. Granted, I have been walking all day. Still, I can't shake the feeling that my body's shutting down. It's just nerves. I'm fine. 1821, day 5. I feel fine. There is no virus. I've still got a few days to travel. I'm running low on food, but I should be able to make it back. 1822, I heard the sounds again last night. I'm almost positive it's them. I swear I could feel them stalking around the tree I was in. I want to throw up just thinking about it. 1823, I'm almost back. Just a few more hours. No nausea, no fatigue. The virus is gone. Everyone is going to hate me for breaking protocol, but it was all worth it. We now have proof that things are finally turning around.
So someone else doesn't want to give up the control, the hive, the whole underground facility. Someone knows there's no more virus. And they're almost covering it up, it seems like. So this does answer one thing I was really curious about. From the best I could tell, she left sometime on the 16th, 1816. And so I was like, how did her body look like that if she died right when she left? It just made no sense. So now it makes sense. She didn't die until probably 1823 at some point. Which, did it say what day she went to get that body? Let's see a day on here. Yeah, let me check my timeline. I definitely have a timeline for when she went to get that body. I looked up the Ukrainian on the end of that, and it said a hungry wolf is stronger than a satisfied dog, and it's basically meant to say that like if you're hungry, it's better to be hungry for progress than to be satisfied with just sticking where you're at and being stagnant.
Right.
So like that's like what it's a Ukrainian proverb, which is what I figured since it was Alosha saying it. Give me a second. I'm pulling up my timeline real quick.
Okay. And once you see what day it was that we know that she died, I'll put it on here so they don't forget.
Sounds good. Have it as a reference point.
The tape.
Official timing. All right. What are you looking for?
I'm trying to remember if I roll of blue tape, but there it is.
All right. So, Stephanie Memoriam, blanket argument. 1824, so she found her the following day.
1824?
1824, Jordan left to get Persephone's stuff and returned the same day.
Okay, so 18, was she found, or did they realize that she was dead on 1823 then, or on 1824?
I don't know. It never said.
Okay.
There was just all the gossip going on. I just was able to connect all the hazmat information. I was able to connect it back to, based on number 7 being classified as inactive. If she took a suit, that has to be the suit she took, and they had to mark it inactive when they brought it back because it was contaminated.
Right, yeah.
So, with all that logic,
so 1824
is the day that she brought the suit back.
Items.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So for right now, we'll put 1820. We want to do 1823-1824. Because we don't know.
I mean, I would put 1824.
Okay.
Body. Jordan Kim remove personal items from P's body. I don't know. I mean, I'll add all these dates to the timeline I got.
1824 is we'll use that as our reference point for now until we get information. Otherwise, it'd be a good call with that.
The starting point. So we know this happened really recently, and that someone must have not only known she was gone, but must have at some point snuck out and followed her.
Yeah.
I don't really know if I believe the aliens did that to her versus someone else trying to hide the truth. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of shifty. So, and it sounds like they must have contact beyond locally. Like for Olosha, who was writing up that report, who would he have been sending that to? It sounded like they were all on their own. There was no government or a grouping ahead of them. Or is this just all like one giant hive mind of an experiment where they're locked in this facility?
Well, so a bunch of them worked for the company.
Yeah.
Stuff, government level stuff prior to becoming the A rank people, right? The council.
Oh gosh, there's the two.
So that's what it is.
Okay. I mixed up the two. I thought one was one was the other, but apparently they were both. Yeah. Anyways, so
yeah. Next up is that we have physical wise is these.
Do we think these would go better before this?
I mean, we can try that, but I have no idea what we're doing with those pieces.
I don't either yet. I have a feeling it might be in these notes, and I have a feeling it'll be in the back of this handbook. Because remember, there was molecules, I thought, in the back of the handbook. Oh, never mind. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought there were molecules.
No, but there are symbols, and I'm wondering if those symbols get used. Wasn't there something with Patricia that if we ask about something that, let's see, it said that...
Are you wanting, like,
I tried to ask Patricia about these covert data caches he's created.
Yeah, but
I wonder what we need to ask her.
She just plays dumb, is what it sounds like. She doesn't know.
No, it says that she printed these strange sculptures instead.
Oh, okay. All right. So data cache or secret data cache. I tended to find if I wrote in a full sentence, she more likely would go, huh? But if I said V005, she'd be like, this is this person, and this is what I think of them. Like, so if I didn't use sentences, she tended to do better because she's programmed off of keywords to respond. That'd be like cache, data cache.
Okay. Covert data cache.
I would just try CACHE, just cache only. I mean, you don't have to.
Wait. Oh, just cache.
Just cache.
Data cache?
Yeah. Just from all my efforts between the last episode and this one, she is extremely frustrating. She just does not have a lot of answers. So, well, let's do this for now, and we'll come back to that, because, like you said, I think these probably have something to do with those. At least that's my suspicion. We'll see. How do we know which one's first? I don't know where to start. Oh my god, you were kidding me.
Okay.
Alright, y'all, this is going to take an army. Oh my gosh, there's numbers.
So the first one that I scanned, I don't know which side's the start of it, so I just scanned both sides, but I have one that talks about hydrogen, nitrogen, hydrogen.
Okay, so that's going to have to do with these, I think.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
That's this one.
Okay.
So I don't know which side's first, technically. But it just says, could you come by the coded messages sometime tonight? I just ran some numbers and I want to know your thoughts. Nitrogen, This is about the something carbon. Yeah, it looks like it's something. Yeah, a bunch of coded. There's a lot of coded messages with this stuff, and I'm not sure how we.
So hydrogen is. It's got that one. So like on the periodic table, like the elements all have a bunch of things that mean things. Hydrogen is a 1. So what if we shifted all these letters 1? Like if we shifted it to a B and a D.
We can try. Yeah.
And see what happens.
We'll try that.
Let's just start somewhere. If people have ideas in the chat, we can truly use all the help we can get right now because it's probably gonna get really hard.
Okay. So we're shifting forward 1. So
I'm trying both ways. So I'm giving you C. So what are the 2 options?
Well, it would be so going forward by 1, C would equal D.
Okay. And so what about P?
Q.
And what's the other option?
Going backward 1.
Yeah, I'm just doing both.
C would equal B. And P would equal O. Or did you want Q?
Okay, so actually let's try whatever you got the B and the O from, because those are looking more. DQ is not working, so let's try the BO, and then let's go for another one.
Okay.
So U.
That is.
I bet it's going to say bond.
T.
Okay, maybe not. So that's still working so far. So BOT. So let's try B as in boy.
A.
Okay, this is looking promising. O is in Oscar. Sorry. Omega? I don't know. What's the military one? And Z is in zebra. Okay, Y. Botany. Okay, so we've got something.
Okay.
Oh, so the botany lab.
So could
botany
you come
lab.
by the botany, and then it looks like MBC?
Lab. Botany lab.
Oh, is that lab?
Facility.
Okay.
Yeah, like a botany. Yeah.
Okay. Can you come by the botany lab sometime tonight? Okay. So we got that part. So there you go.
So that's what that part meant. Okay.
I just ran some numbers, and I want to know your thoughts. Nitrogen. So what is nitrogen on the periodic table?
That is a phenomenal question. I'll have to look at that now.
All right, Chad. Anybody know what's nitrogen on the periodic table?
Can you do me a favor, babe, and write botany lab on that? Yep. That's our copy. While I look up nitrogen. What's the letters for? Or I'll just type in the word nitrogen. Screw it. Nitrogen.
N. Okay. But is there a number?
Number 7.
Oh, okay. You got it?
So number 7.
Okay.
So you write botany lab on there. We'll work on the next one.
All right.
So,
all right.
I had alphabetized Post-it. No, I don't. It was already alphabetized. Now I was just scooting around on it, but I'm stupid and I lost it already. There it is.
Yeah.
Yep. See, that's why I need you.
Okay.
I'm a disaster.
So nitrogen is going to be shifted by 7, so we're shifting back by 7.
Let's try it again and see if it works. I guess it's not going to hurt anything, right?
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
All right. So what's the letters we're looking for here? So P is in Paul.
Be I.
Z is in zebra.
S.
S. All right, and then B is in boy.
U.
Okay, issue maybe. L.
That is E.
Yep. So it says issue. So okay. Oh, actually, you have the pen. Oh, I don't want to write in Sharpie. It'll be too much.
Okay. So what is it? Issue.
The word issue. ISSUE. Okay.
Okay.
So now what? We've been okay. So we have another one again. Can I steal the pen while you're telling me the letters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So K is in. Okay.
D. Delta.
Thank you. I almost said camel, but I saved myself, and I was like, that's not gonna go well. P is in
speaking of almost doing something, I am gonna do a little bit of a tangent here. By the way, chat. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick tangent here. I want to let you know that after 9 amazing years of marriage,
oh no,
my amazing and lovely wife does not even know my name at all.
Oh no,
to recognize that I'm the one that posted in a group that we are both in, to the point where she almost commented on said post to say, "Oh, my husband had that same exact idea."
No, let me rephrase it. So we're sitting last night, and he's telling me more about his idea for Gen Con coming up. And I slowly look at him like, have you been on the post lately? Because I think I saw someone else saying something very similar, and I almost said something to them, so I didn't really want them stealing my husband's idea, but I also didn't really want to, like, let him know that other people were thinking this too, so I just, like, was like, I'll have to mention this to my husband to let him know you might have competition. It was my husband the whole time. I never read who the username was.
Uh-huh.
So we got a bit of... He got a lot of giggle out of that. I was mortified.
I would have even laughed hard. I told her I would have laughed even harder if she had actually commented.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
This one's not working as well. I'm a little stuck. I'm a little confused.
Okay. What is it? What's the letters?
So K.
Delta.
Wait, is Delta? Did I look
It's
at
D.
it?
K is D.
We're going... Oh, it's 7. That's why I keep screwing this up. Okay, thank you. This is why I had you have to help me again. So K is D. Okay.
He goes, the red panda did nothing wrong. Listen. Technically, you are correct, but she didn't actually post anything. So
no, I'm so glad I did not say something because that would have been. So
I absolutely would have immediately responded back to you in that group saying,
"Oh my god, mortifying."
Man, that is so crazy that your husband had the same idea.
P.
I don't need to right now.
P.
I don't need to right now.
Please give me numbers.
Okay.
We're so much to decipher.
It's I.
Thank you. All right. You gonna be okay, Bob? Z.
S.
Okay. So S, and then J.
That is gonna be C.
Okay, and then B.
U.
Okay, and then Z. You already just said this, and I already lost it. Is it S?
S.
Okay. E.
That is I.
U.
N.
N.
G.
Discussing.
Okay, there you go.
That's why it wasn't working. I was trying to do it by
disgusting,
one.
Or disgusting. Discussing. There we go.
It wasn't working. I was doing it by one. I'm like, this isn't making any sense.
I'll tell you what.
So carbon, O2.
Can we enlist some help from the chat to try and make it a little bit quicker?
Please,
okay.
Yes.
So while we start digging through, I think, the online files, does anyone in chat want to help us out and decipher the rest of this message, including the other side of it? And then we can always come back and because this is a whole different one, and a whole bunch of numbers.
Yeah, that's a whole different beast. My understanding.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it might be dates or it might be coordinates.
I mean the letter. I mean it's.
Well, actually, never mind. Hold on. Let's see. I understand that, but I still think. Wait, no binaries.
It's not binary.
Zeros and ones.
Yeah.
What if it represented the alphabet still, though? Like, what if it was like an A versus like the 12th letter versus like. Maybe it's the other side we need to read first.
Yeah.
Wait. Entertain me. Type in one of these number groupings into the Patricia. Oh no.
089.
Like 119101 or something.
1117. So I'm doing the very first one after asking the correct initial questions.
Okay.
Nope. Sorry, I don't understand.
Try 119101. Just really quick. 119.
119.
101.
101.
Okay.
I didn't understand.
That one was a really short one. It just said, I understand that, but I think something should. I was hoping that might be a name or something. So, what are all the flashes about? Does anyone understand grammar? Like, if you're doing 2 slashes? Because some of these look like they're double slash. Like, it's like /2, /7098, /08, /05099. Like,
yeah.
Some of these have, like, multiple slashes. Like, they might mean something.
Well, no, those are ones. I'm pretty sure those are ones. Yeah.
But that doesn't make sense.
Some of it is
here.
I'll. Some
look,
like I'll make.
But it's like this.
Right, but all their numbers are slanted. Oh, maybe that is it. Yeah, maybe there is like a 092115 6097. Maybe that is it.
It just
Maybe
looks like
those
it's
aren't
very
ones.
exaggerated right here, especially.
I mean,
That's
these
what
look
I'm
like they're
thinking.
ones.
Yeah,
but
no,
maybe
agreed.
those are slashes as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Exquisite. If you want to do the rest of the hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, all that stuff,
Wait.
if you want to do the rest of that one, that would be extremely helpful.
Why is there certain letters capitalized and others not? A and S are capitalized. A S C I I. I just don't understand why certain letters are capitalized and the others
I'm
aren't.
not sure.
Yeah, you're right, Pup.
And then this is the document, by the way, it's numbered 05-07. Okay.
It's saying decimal to text. Decode Unicode code points to text.
Yeah.
Convert decimal to text? Might be a code.
There's a special way that Europeans write a 1 to make it very easy to tell. What do you mean?
Is it where you do the little thing on the side and the flat line on the bottom?
Yeah, like the little, like...
I'm asking. I don't know. I'm curious.
The final page is looks like it says this is private message this is private message, Jeremy. Good lad. I have told you.
Oh my god, I figured it out.
Okay.
I figured it out.
What?
It's hexadecimal code. Like, I just basically typed in these numbers into Google. I went 089 space 111 space 117.
How do you know where the spaces are?
I made a guess because the 089, there's a decent space, and after the ones, you can almost envision their space. But those three combinations equal the word U. Okay. So I may be onto something. If we want to try it for a second. So that would be, let me try to do this. So U. So, okay, so let me try this again and see if I can re-duplicate my success or if that was just total luck and I look like an idiot right now. 119 space 101 space 114 space 101. Honestly, what we did for that last thing with the feet.
Yeah.
Yep, it's saying were. You were.
Okay. So that's what it is. So
hexadecimal code.
Okay. So if you want to work on that one, that's fine. I guess I'll start reading through the forum and the polls.
Okay, that sounds good. Is someone else going to work on this one?
Exquisite's working on finishing the very first one with the hydrogen, nitrogen stuff.
Cool.
The final page of these coded messages. This is private message, Jeremy, good lad. I have told you many times now, Lila, I will never see Patricia in way that you do. I do not understand all this. Treat her right, and she has feelings.
He thinks it's just a computer, and Layla thinks she's a baby. Precious baby you have to spoil.
Right.
Oh, sorry, I didn't interrupt you. Sorry.
We completed the very first hydrogen row, and we did we did hydrogen section.
We did
the very first part, which says nitrogen, and then so carbon was the next one. That's the next part that needs done. It is you who needs to be here in real world with us. As for our other more pressing concern, if
you need me, let me know. I'm going to go deep in my mole hole to get this figured out real quick. I'm sure.
Waiter, what?
You mean to read something?
This word right here.
For other more processing, WISHINS. Try typing it into like your phone. Just try to type like what you do know and see if it'll autofill in the rest.
WID?
Like
WID?
I think it's
Widdler
WIDDERSHINS. Like WIDDERSH. If Google tries to autofill anything, maybe. I'm assuming it's like a Ukrainian like saying, or like, you know what I mean, like something where you would understand if it was that.
When I was at first, I was thinking wilderness is unlucky, but I don't think that's it. So. Is that an L or is that
Yeah, I thought the first one was definitely a D.
WID, and then I don't know what that is.
I thought that was another D.
Another D?
I would just do like WIDERSHINS, just see if it autofills it. If there's only one letter off, it should fix it itself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, put what you know in and kind of guess on the rest, and it should pull it still. Computers are so good about autofilling stuff in for us now. It's not funny. Why need a spell when you have a computer spell for you? Population.
Maybe Witter. Yeah, maybe it is two Ds. Widdershins?
Yeah, that sounds possible. Yeah.
Widdershins is an adverb in a direction contrary to the sun's course, considered as unlucky, counterclockwise.
Okay. Counterclockwise.
Yeah.
That might come into play later. Do you need a post-it to write anything on?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
As for other more pressing concern, Widdershins is unlucky. Take one step. That might be an encoded. I have also seen something in the encoded message. I have my blank for a reason, and I know someone has been going through my things. This blank, I keep blank, so no one will ever blank. Okay. So this is also going to have to be ciphered.
Do you see anything about how to decipher it, or?
So I'm trying to figure out. I mean, maybe the take one step portion maybe means the one, fifth one.
You got an easier test, like a smaller test word you could try and see if it's going to work out?
Let's see. Oh, we'll try it. We'll see what happens. I'll try moving forward one. Taking one step, because you when you take a step, you move forward. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's not it. EFJ does not.
I'm not quite sure how this person's responding back. I'm a little confused.
Z is. Actually, this is it. Which is funny because the first word I actually translated is strange.
That's funny. So did you find it out? Figure it out?
Yeah, I don't know what this other word was. I thought this other word was some kind of cryptic thing, but
Word.
well, so let me finish translating, and maybe
Okay.
it is something I just somehow messed up. But
You're good.
EFJ doesn't seem
I
like
may
it would
need
be
your
anything.
help. I'm struggling at the moment. This
EFJ
other part isn't making the
is-
same sense. Like it's a different type of code, I think. Looks like a Chinese symbol. What the hell? Heck?
Yeah, this first thing that I thought, this DEISEIL.
Is that diesel? Different. Can you point to it? Yes,
Right
where's
here.
that? Thank you. I would say Google it like a word. I think it's a word, like a Ukrainian word, or like some kind of a nickname or something. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Could be Scrabble for all we know. I don't know. This is so confusing.
Okay. Take one step. It's okay, so it's Scottish Gaelic. It's the word it is used for the direction one walks in such a luck bringing ritual.
I'm gonna need you when you have a second. I've definitely cracked the pretty writing. I am struggling with the other writing. My code breaking is not working for the other writing.
Absolutely.
It's like basically.
Okay, so where are you at?
So these are so this section right here, the boulder print. That is not the same.
Which
code.
side are you on? Not yet.
I'm on the side with asking at the top left corner.
Asking. Okay, so they just needed where you're at.
Correct.
Okay.
So those numbers are not working like the way the other side was.
Okay.
Like whether I do 100 or 000 space 971 space, like nothing's working. It's not mathing.
And if you type the whole...
I've tried the whole thing, no breaks, and it still didn't work out.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's like 000 space.
No worries, exquisite. Thank you for your help with it.
Did it work?
No. Well, she's doing the.
I didn't know she'd gotten it, so I was asking.
No, she's doing the other. Yeah, she got the other page.
Yeah.
She got one of them. Now she's working on the part where it talks about sodium.
They just needed a small reminder of how something it is on the link. I'm just going to keep decoding the one I can figure out for now. I'm completely at a loss for the other part. It's just a totally different type of numeric code. I'm betting it's another type that I could Google and learn. I just don't want to lose the page I'm on that's working.
And we figured out this was in Dex.
So it is a decimal to text converter. When I found it, it said hex. This is what I'm using.
Yeah.
I just basically typed it in, and this is what Google told me I needed to break it.
Okay.
It's just a different type of writing, and I just can't figure it out yet.
Yeah, I don't see. I could barely see it on the other one. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this one is. Let's look. All right. And let's finish it. This one translated here. Okay, and then so yes, so this is working chat. Is there anyone else in chat that would like to help us out? I know Exquisite's working on one, but Panda's working on one.
If not, can you do me a favor if no one else has any ideas? Can you type like that whole numerical thing, like
into
one of those
Google?
whole chains into Google and just see if anything
and nothing
working?
popped up.
Are you treating like slashes too, or just ones?
Just
random.
I did the whole chain.
Oh, okay.
As just straight numbers.
Okay.
What were you thinking were slashes? The ones were the what we thought were ones were slashes instead of ones. Is that what it was?
Yeah. So like on this, it would be like so on that first one it'd be 1/3 9711
Well, wait. So is it?
Or so sorry, 97//0/03/0.
Text to text instead of decimal. Maybe.
Possible.
Okay.
I feel like they have to be freaking similar because they're communicating with each other, right? Hi, baby. You do not need anything right now. You're not telling the truth.
Let's try it. Nope.
No bueno.
Text to text did not work.
What did I just do? How did I screw this up? 910. Okay, I'm confused. Enforcement, is that a word? R-E-N. I have a new chore for you if you can't figure anything else out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was trying. I tried all the different code types and nothing popped up.
Can you look and see if there's any like symbols or anything within that book? This thing? If there's anything in the back of it? Because there's like a bunch of sound abbreviation, like there's a bunch of different words, codes, numbers. Can you just see if anything on there seems even
like
possible?
phonetic guide stuff.
Something like that, yeah, just any of those.
Shortwave frequencies.
Yeah. It's a long shot, but since we're out of other ideas, I'm just thinking out.
I don't see any symbols or anything like that that match numbers.
It's worth trying. If not, I'm going to give you this to keep going while I try to figure out some of the other ones. You're okay with that?
Well, I mean, I was going to take a quick look on our hints thing.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's pretty stuck. Can't get it to figure it out.
I just knew there were so many other codes to be cracked, and since we know how to do this one, I was going to have you cracking it while I cracked some of the others, or tried to at least. Not understanding some of these.
So the first hint is those capital letters that you were looking at. So when you look at those capital letters, it is, what does it spell out?
ASC.
ASC, and the I and I are capitalized.
So I was right on those, because I said that, but it didn't make any sense.
ASCII is a type of code. So ASCII to text
Great.
does nothing when I put it in as an entire string of one number.
Those are the ones. Which one are you doing? Are you doing the second one?
I'm doing this one.
So there's a big W right there. So I think that's a different code. That is not the code I'm using. So...
Where is there a big W?
Really quick back up.
How?
This is a code that we've already figured out.
Correct.
This is a different type of code. It's not working like the original code is. So this is different.
Okay.
So there's a big W right here. That looks big to me. Yes. So there's also a big P on the third line.
Okay.
So is there another code type that matches those?
Binary, text, ASCII, or decimal?
Well, there is a dot right here, followed by a lowercase k.
Oh. I think part of it is that hey, what you got? You got it, Squeezy. So I would say.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. There is a WP code. I'm just looking to see if it works in any way, shape, or form.
What the structure type was? What do you mean the structure type? Google what the structure type was. Related to ACP or ASCII? What do you mean by structured? Oh, I get what you're saying now. Never mind. I understand what you're asking. Part of it was that I didn't, because I have other stuff on my screen, I missed part of your message, so I didn't see the 4 ASCII part, so that was the only part I missed. Okay. The letters are in...
What's wrong?
I just heard something really high pitched, like beep.
Wait,
That's binary value. Trying to see. I'm trying to look for an example.
binary versus decimal versus hexadecimal numbering. The binary, it's not binary, is it? No, it's got 9s and 7s in it.
No. It's not. Yeah, it's definitely not binary. Um. So yes, you did 89 and 111. Okay, so that was using the decimal portion of ASCII control characters. 100.
Oh my god. Have something?
Okay, so the highest number in decimal. Okay, look, I'm gonna pull this up for you all to see, chat. Here you go. Let me print this off for you.
Me?
Yeah, I think this might help you.
Well, 'cause I just thought maybe, so right here it's like got the two space, like it's got 5097/0210, but that's not coming up with anything either. A small reminder of house. They just needed a small reminder.
Okay, so if we're looking at they just needed a small reminder of how, and then okay, so if we look at these numbers,
yeah,
the smallest decimal number is 32. And that goes into that's a space. So if we look at that, the highest number in decimal is 127. So a 3-digit number. And they've been adding zeros in here, which means that they're probably using the zeros to help with certain parts of it, right?
What does that mean?
So basically we're looking at every third number is the break.
So look up the 099101 then.
No. So 100.
No, I was picking a tiny word right here to see if it works, what your idea is to work.
So 099.
Yeah.
So that is C.
Okay. And then 101?
101 is E.
E. E? Okay. I guess it could be a carry-on from the line before, but it doesn't have a dash like it normally would if it was like an actual same word. So like, what about the 118 and then like 4 or 5 ones?
Okay, so 118. If you do 118, that is a V.
Okay, and then is the next
111 probably.
But is like the line next to the 8, is that a slash or is that another number?
It should be a number, a 1.
So you're doing 111 on that one?
Yeah.
And what's that letter?
O.
Okay, and then it would be 116, if I'm looking at this correctly.
T.
Okay, that's it. That works. And then the last one's 101.
Which would be E.
Vote.
So
we've got it. So we've got something.
Oh, awesome.
We've got something.
Okay, let me go grab this paper for you because...
Cool. Yep. That, whatever that is, that seems to be working.
So it's splitting off that.
But the problem with that first line is there's one number too many. 100 space 097 space 110 space 103 space 10. There's one number too few on that top line, which is the problem I'm having.
So let's try...
Oh my god.
What?
I think I combined one word or two words into one, so it was public opinion. I'm like, what's that? Public opinion? And it took Google to tell me it was public opinion. Oh my god. I did the same thing again. Endorsement. One line had end and the other line had orsement, and so I'm like, what the heck's an orsement? Endorsement. It's they're not doing the dash like they should to symbolize it's the same word.
Okay.
So do we want to crack this together then, or
back to this? Let me do this. We're gonna do this as decimal
codes.
To that or decimal to hex, or why can't it go decimal to text? Try this.
I'm going to start writing on these spare copies.
It's
too much. You okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm wondering if this is continuation onto the next line. I think it is.
That's what I was just telling you. They don't have dashes like they should.
Yeah,
so that CE from earlier is the end of another word. Right, so but this
line. One where we were talking about where it had uneven numbers, I think that's the indicator that it goes to the next. That's 101.
Yeah, okay.
And then 114. And 11. $17.
No, I can't remember which code's which. Stupid.
Dangerous. Okay.
Do you remember?
So, do you want me to finish this one? If you want to try to work on this one, because this one is because what I'll do is I'll take that. I will type all those numbers into here.
Can I go ahead and add what I know so we don't double dip real quick?
Yes, that works.
Is that okay? Sorry, yep. That's what I was trying to figure out is if I could just add what I know really quick.
Yeah, no worries. What I'll do while you're doing that, I will pull up in the Discord because Exquisite added her notes to Discord. Okay. Let's see. So, could someone or could you come by the other one? We already figured that out. Oh, right, Carbon. It is.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it is. It looks like it's even worse than we thought. Immune or not, I wouldn't last a day out there. There are plenty of residents who wouldn't either, and those people will need me here. But I won't ask you to stick around on my account. Oh, hydrogen is all right. I'll head over. Once I finish updating, updating my report on the virus. Have you thought about what you're going to do if we're right? Got it.
Okay, I've got the ones I did. Here you go. So I've done the small font. You need to do these.
So.
Does that make sense?
Yep, makes sense. Or actually, wait, excuse me. Yeah, do you want to do page 6?
I need to know where she left off so I can fill in that one real quick, because that one I still need to fill more information into. Was she doing this one?
If, just so you know.
Yeah. What? Oh, so they actually do help us this time around?
Well, no, it has reveals. So if you later are wanting to put this into anything,
yeah.
So there you go.
Cool, cool.
As we're figuring it out, in case you want that instead of having to write every single thing down.
I do want to kind of write them in here so we have them for now, though. Is that okay?
So what she has is right here in the Discord. So what I'll do is I'll read Discord. It. Nope, not this one. The one she did first was this is the one she's about to do.
Okay, but
it was.
Okay, I'm confused though because this and this are the same thing. So which one's
correct? Because this was my page.
So you have copies too. I didn't know that. I was worried they were the original somehow, but I was like, I thought this was the original. Okay, so
on this one.
Oh shoot! I never finished the page 2 on this. Actually, I never did this at all.
Okay. This one here.
What about
it? This is the one that I was going to type in because.
Right, I'm just letting you know, I only did my part on the first page.
Okay, that's fine.
I did not flip it over and do the back part to finish the coding out. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Got it. Okay. So if you're wanting the ones from her,
all mixed up.
You're fine. I'm trying to get it sorted. Okay, hydrogen and sodium. So these 2 pages here, this page and this page is what Exquisite already did.
So these are the 2, and these are these your copies or mine?
You can have those copies. We'll sort it out.
You'll need this in a minute though to do
That's
this
fine.
part, right? Okay.
Right now we will write down on those.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. So the first part we already got figured out with the hydrogen and nitrogen first 2 segments. So we are starting where it says carbon.
Oh, you're good. I thought you were going to work on another code. There's so many codes to still crack. I thought you told me to go into Discord.
Okay. So you're going to look in the Discord and transfer it over.
Yeah,
okay.
So you can keep cracking codes. We still have like 10 more to burn at this point.
That's why I'm trying to...
No, I know. That's why I'm telling you to keep going on
otherwise
cracking.
We'll be here for 4 hours
That's
still
agreed.
trying to do all of this because we haven't even dug into the website yet.
Or this.
Correct.
We're going to have to probably start doing a part 1 and a part 2 for the next 3.
Okay.
Because I think they're going to only get worse, not better.
Okay. So, yes, Exquisite, if you could translate the page that looks like this, where it talks about this as private message, and this page, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Okay. So with all the numbers... Alright, so... Got this number next. Let's see, that is going to be 5, 7, 4, 2, 7, then 0, 9, 9, and then 1, 0, 1. Okay. Keep pushing for the vote, right? We already figured that one out. And next one. We got that one, and then and we'll all be something very soon. 5. Alright, good. What happened to B005? Can't be allowed to happen to anyone else. I have to ask though, why haven't you placed your 2, 2, 5? Okay. And even after all this time, your that looks like okay. And then we're gonna do this one, which is the last one on that line. Okay. And so this is what we've got. Asking the correct initial questions, you were or asking the correct initial questions. You were right. The population has become far more open to the lock-in light of recent events. They just needed a small reminder of how dangerous it is on the surface. Keep pushing for the vote to take place, and we'll all be safe very soon. Next one is good. What happened to Persephone can't be allowed to happen to anyone else. I have to ask, though, why haven't you placed your official support behind me, even after all this time? Your endorsement could mean a world of difference to public opinion. And the response here is the council must prioritize public well-being over public opinion. And we continue, or that's over public opinion there. We got some kind of scribble there. I understand that, but I still think we should present a united front. Not yet. This needs to be handled with finesse. I'll make my stance known in due time. If we want Cyril and the others to vote with us, they need to feel they're making their own choices. We can't railroad them. And then this is down here is understood.
I've got the one on the front envelope that I'm already working on in case you guys needed to know.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
I've already figured it out. It's just missing vowels. I'm just trying to figure out some of these that I can't recognize based off the vowels missing.
Okay. So let me look at while you all are finishing up those others. I'm going to start trying to dig into this website. So our polls. So Jeremy's straw poll. So are you pro or anti lock-in? Day 1834. So it's been updated. Looks like undecided is down to 19%, with anti lock-in moving up to 43%. Pro lock-in is at 38%. To put this into perspective, last time we were sitting at a pro lock-in of 19%, anti lock-in of 32%, and undecided at 48%. So it's definitely changed on what is going on. A lot of you are saying the sister's sermon's given you hope and about going outside, but other people are saying Counselor Lind is right and that we just can't. I wish people would figure it out so that they could stop fighting. All right. Our forums. So we've got let's start with going down until we find our archive message. Okay, here we go. All right, so we left off with the about deciding to vote to allow one additional member to take up residence. That's us, and go from there. So I'd just like to thank Sister Ada for the memorial service last night. Truly touching words about a thoughtful and vibrant human being. We'll all miss you, Persephone. All right, so let's see who said it's easier if we just do just the number, right? Correct, babe?
What?
A person like B00, whatever.
Yeah, I have them all in there from the last episode, but yeah. Yeah, okay. She'll tell you a little tidbit about B005 that way.
Simone. So Simone says, Persephone brought a lot of insight into my studies. She was always pushing herself to be able to understand the virus. Others will remember her for her kindness, but I'll remember her for her mind. I'm going to keep pushing to fight this thing no matter how many times A003 rejects my request to test subjects, or for test subjects. It's the best way I can think of to honor her memory. User Delta098. Delta098, Audrey Hunter. She speaks 6 languages. I like talking to her. That's the answer from Patricia. So I, for one, can't believe that Sister Ada would politicize Persephone's death at her own memorial like that. Sister Ada responding to that. I'm sorry to hear that you feel that way, Miss Hunter. I spoke what I felt to be true in my soul. When the wrath of the Lamb passes by overhead and the air is free of pestilence and the sky is clear of angels, we, the elect, shall emerge from the cave and inherit all things. Persephone, in her wisdom, understood that the door to humanity's heritage must never be sealed. If you wish to learn further about your place in the universe, Miss Hunter, you are always welcome to join in one of our meetings or to speak to me in private regarding matters of the faith. The elect will always support a member of our own, especially an unrealized member such as yourself. Peace be with you. Apparently I'm not allowed to comment. It says permission pending.
Yeah, that's same. It's supposedly per the handbook, there's a waiting time where we have to look but no touchy. Before we get to post in the feeds, supposedly.
Okay. Looking for a cluster lesson. Okay, so embarrassingly enough, I still have no idea whatsoever how to play cluster again. Someone please explain this game to me in simple and plain English. All right. Yes, what is up, Exquisite? You have a question? Where is Alosha from? You has a Ukrainian background, if I remember correctly. Hold on a second, I can pull it up. Apparently, Delta 066 is April Banks, a cocky cluster player and reigning champion. Let me read this one, and then I will grab that answer for you. Always great to see someone develop a luster for cluster. A general overview. Cluster combines pieces and elements of every single tabletop game we've managed to scavenge over the past 5 years. Oh yeah, if you're talking about what language that it translates from, it's Ukrainian. We usually just use like Google Lens and point at it, and it translates it.
Well, I usually have to touch like the translate option instead of like the select text option. Yeah. I didn't know about that till like 2 or 3 seasons ago, and I had been typing it in manually every time. It was brutal.
Let's see. It also includes a pair of rollerblades, but only if you get voted to be the cluster buster by a jury of your peers. There are 231 rules in total, but which set of 231 rules each individual player follows per round depends on a few factors. You know what? This is going to take forever to write down. Come find me in the rec center sometime this afternoon if you want the basic rundown. If we see, I don't know if Hunt to Killer is going to be at Gen Con this year, but if they are, I need to remember to ask them about this. I'll be like, hey, so how do I play cluster?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I actually do have a slight answer for that. Priscilla was, or not, see, Priscilla, I did it again. She had a slight answer for cluster. It was really kind of funny, actually. Yeah. Because I asked her about it, and she doesn't understand the game personally, but she did have a funny take on it. That was kind of cute. Let's see here.
Did you ask it what is cluster?
Maybe. I asked it like 2 different questions, and she had 2-part answer.
Okay.
You want to just do that instead of me look up what I had?
Well, I didn't know if that was the question you asked, then I was just going to...
Yes, I did ask that, and it was a little funny.
Okay. This is so they can see it on the screen, too.
Yeah, I can tell you some of the other ones to ask.
What was the other question you asked about cluster?
Apparently I didn't. The other she didn't like, yeah.
So, it is a game created by the residents here in order to subvert boredom and madness. It consists of parts of other games that existed before the attack. I'm still unsure of all the rules.
You want to see a funny one? Ask, what is the virus? One that ticked her off. Like me when I did that.
Warning. Attempted access to top secret information. Please do not make me tell on you.
That was the only time, no matter what I did, I could get a warning. Like, Alien didn't work.
I tried to apologize, saying sorry to her, and she said, please try saying that another way.
Yeah. She will answer your favorite color if she's in the right mood, though. It took a few times, so I finally got a few favorite colors out of her and some other small talk.
Nice.
She does well with the emoticon faces, like the happy face and stuff like that. If you send her a sad face, she's like, I'm sorry you're unhappy.
Nice, exquisite, thank you. Page 6 and 7 are up, so...
What?
Pages. This one
and
that one.
I'm still working on this one. I do have this one done.
Okay, she's got that one done.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she has...
Well, what did I miss then?
She has this one and that one done.
And that.
Said this and that.
Okay, so what is this one then?
That's this one.
I know they're the same thing. Okay. I'm asking what the answer is since I'm in the middle of
she's got it in the Discord.
I didn't know you told her to do this one. I thought you handed her this page, not those. Sorry.
Yep, no, you're good. Okay. Let's see. We've got the vote seems ludicrous. Oh, wait, never mind. Hold on. We're looking at this one. So how would a lock-in work? I don't want to sound ignorant, but what exactly does the lock-in mean? Does it mean we can't go outside ever again? It's a little disheartening to see that some of our residents don't grasp the seriousness of our situation and what our solution would entail. That being said, when the lock-in occurs, it means the door's opening mechanism will be overridden, magnetically sealing the aliens and the virus out of our home. At which point we would be surviving off of the food we currently produce in our botany lab. We are already at the self-sustainability point, and I am advocating for the council to enact the lock-in procedures as soon as possible. Another council saying, Councilor Lind, this does not seem like the best forum to disseminate this information to the facility. The council is still in negotiations about how to proceed at this point. Please refrain from using the discourse to push your agenda until the council can present a unified front. Okay. A certain courier has really been hounding me lately to get my opinion on the whole lock-in protocol the council is supposedly looking into. The more I think about it now, the more confused I get. We have a big, strong, heavy door that we can open and close at will. What would possibly stand to gain from cutting off the option to go out into the world? It's not about what we stand to gain, but what we stand to lose. All it would potentially take for every single one of us is to be wiped out would be
take for every single one of us to be wiped out would be for an animal or our scouts hunt to be carrying a mutated form of the virus. The risk of putting our scouts out into the world once every month far outweighs the benefits of trying to split a trickle of scrap metal, candy bars, and ibuprofen among 100 people. We have decades of supplies stored down here. Dr. Wellen has gotten us to a point where we're basically self-sustaining, and the water system can harvest all the moisture in the soil for miles around. I read that as basically, meaning you're not. Bravo. Couldn't have said it better myself. But what if there are still other people out there? Are you saying we should have just turned C7 or 117 away? Let's see who this person is, because they're attacking us. Augustus Fitzpatrick. Informative person. He does maintenance work for Matthias. No offense to C-117, but yes. Every new person we take in is at an increased risk of being either a carrier... Right? Exactly, excuse. You better watch yourself, C-063. Being either a carrier of a mutated form of the virus or completely psychotic from having spent so much time alone on the surface. Plus, we are at capacity. We have all the skilled and unskilled labor we need. Anyone else would just be a drain on our resources. I know that it's been the policy to just throw our doors open for anyone who wanders by, but it certainly couldn't hurt us to be more careful about who we take in. Do you hear yourself? It sure could hurt the actual people we'd be turning away. Let's see. I'm not advocating for one side or the other, but you do make some good points, Augustus, especially about expeditions. Are the things Jordan and her squad bring back useful? Yes. Do I like getting them? Sure. But we're not in a position to whine about not having access to luxuries. You're seriously underestimating just how much my team and I do for this base, and frankly, it's insulting. There will always be a need for contact with the surface. Yes, that comes with risks, but hiding our heads in the dirt forever isn't a solution. It's just hiding. It's nothing personal, Jordan. You and your squad do great work, but we need to step back and reasonably assess whether or not expeditions are worth giving away our position. I resent the implication that we're just blundering around out there. Every single operation we pull off is carefully, strategically coordinated and executed with precision and professionalism. In 5 years, we haven't led anything back here, and we haven't lost a single scout. We know what we're doing. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's been a good 5 years, but our luck has run out. Persephone's death was a wake-up call, and I don't get why you're not seeing that. It isn't luck that we haven't lost scouts. It is planning. Expedition, man, like, doing my clap back. Okay. It isn't luck that we haven't lost scouts. It is planning. Okay. Our expeditions are necessary for the survival of this base. Jordan's team found me on an expedition and brought me back here. I'd be dead if it weren't for that team. I trust her judgment on this. She's the best leader we could hope for. I think I speak for all of the scouts when I say that she's in the right on this, or on this one. Okay.
Did we ever get these? I'm so confused.
I read it off, but I didn't write it down. So here.
What about? Oh, you know, never mind. Then forget it. You're good. Anything I need to know that you remember? I didn't realize you were reading them off, or I would have been writing.
Okay, I thought you could hear me, so you were good.
I can't hear you and read some at the same time.
Good.
It don't work. I'm sorry.
So what it was it's saying asking the correct initial questions.
Which
you were
one?
right. This is the one you just asked me about.
This one?
The one that started with asking. This one? Or no, not that one.
Starting with that. Okay.
Sorry, that one. Asking.
Okay.
So asking the correct initial questions, you were right. The population has become far more open to the lock-in in light of recent events. The next line is, they just needed a small reminder of how dangerous it is on the surface.
Okay, I can't type that first one. Or wait, the first one.
Do you want me to press this off?
No, you're good. I can just look it up on my thing, I guess. I can't. I have to visualize it. It's the problem. So hearing it doesn't work for me.
Right.
So whether you print it, I guess, or I write it, I need to see it in context, because that doesn't have the whole context, which is my issue. I have to be able to read it in with the rest of the stuff to absorb the information.
Well, this is everything.
It's not just the coded words?
No.
Oh,
it's
okay,
everything.
then you have to print it then. I guess it's fine.
There
I
you go.
still found absolutely nothing to help us with the other parts, though.
With with the or yeah. Well, maybe we might find something as we start digging into this.
Hopefully.
So right now, I think the forum is just excess stuff. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's where we need to be with stuff.
I think it's the drama gossip, and it also helps you get a timeline together. That's how I got a timeline together
Yeah,
on half of
that
it,
makes
because
sense.
that's how I knew that Persephone waited until there was going to be a power outage to sneak out.
Right.
And like how I figured out which hazmat shoot she took and all that stuff. Sushi
Yeah.
took. There's a gossip column about it.
So this is a message about Jeremy. Warning to anyone using Jeremy as your messenger. I know we all want our privacy, and that's why we keep certain things off the system and away from Patricia. But I've caught Jeremy several times going through my mail. Remember, always encrypt your messages. I had to tell him why going through another person's mail was a big no-no. Kids have to be treated like kids. He's not a child. He's just been sheltered all his life. He's harmless. Not so sure about harmless. You're never sure about everything or anything. I feel bad for Jeremy. He's a really good kid, and everyone pushes him around just because they can. He just seems really lost all the time. It makes me want to take care of him. Somebody saying gross. George Schmidt, trash talker.
Yeah, he talks a game about Cluster too.
I guess no one really took the time to teach him anything except for maybe Jordan or Alosha. But it isn't good enough. Jeremy needs discipline. Randall used to play chess with Jeremy. I've seen him pick that up. Jeremy still looks for people to play with now that Randall's passed. Poor Randall. I don't think he was ready to go. Don't feel bad for Randall. Lucky bastard got to live to the ripe old age of 96. How many of us will be able to do the same? I asked Jeremy once why he opened my mail. He said he thought it was for him. The kid looked so sincere, I couldn't tell if he was taking the piss or not. If you're upfront with him before giving him anything, he'll actually listen. Just don't use any metaphors. It confuses him. I honestly think the kid means well, like user D088 said. He was sheltered all his life. Considering what I've heard from him about his parents, I'm really not all that surprised. He's not dumb. Have you seen the way he plays chess? I might be more worried that he's been flying under the radar and he'll end up outwitting us all. At B017, Jeremy, your old bag was falling apart, so I left you a new one on your cot. Wow, I love it. It's not dirty at all. No rips in it or anything. Thanks, Jordan. And then Jordan replying back, you're welcome, sweetheart. There you go. So, the way they were talking about Jeremy, I just figured that Jeremy couldn't access the system because of his age. But apparently not. Tighter food rations. Attention all residents, due to an unfortunate combination of events, our botany lab will be growing less food over the next 2 weeks. This is no cause for alarm, as a resident botanist has already corrected the issue. That being said, food rationing will be tighter until production returns to normal levels. Let's see, that's discouraging to hear. Will this be a regular thing? Absolutely not. At least we have non-perishables to hold us over. What would we do if the lock-in occurs and this happens again? That is extremely unlikely that the council has contingency plans in the event for such an occurrence. Okay. Let's see. They lied to us. What the hell? The council lied to us. They told us she died because of the virus. A virus doesn't do that to a person. If the aliens are at our door, we deserve to know. So it's been leaked at this point, it looks like. Okay. Well, you can't really blame them. What do you mean? Of course we can blame them. They probably didn't want to cause a panic. I think they made the right call. The bigger issue is who leaked the picture to the rest of us. A hero. Someone who actually cares about us. I don't know why they would do this. If we can't trust the council, who can we trust? No one. That was on day 1837. The council did nothing wrong. The council was right to hide the horrific nature of Persephone's death from us. How have any of our lives been improved by knowing it was an alien attack? All it has done is make people panic and worry over something we can't control. No one likes to be lied to, but it was in the best interest of the community to keep everyone calm until a plan of action could be formed. Somebody's saying, I still think they should have told us. The panic is because we found out they lied. I panicked because of the aliens, but to each their own. Victoria Lieberman likes practical jokes. The one that said I panicked because of the aliens, but to each their own. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's getting fussy
It's
tonight.
getting spicy.
Mm-hmm. I know there's a lot going on, or this one's new cluster variant. I know there's a lot going on, so I doubt I'm the only one who needs a distraction. I've been putting together a new cluster variant to incorporate the backgammon pieces Todd found in his bunk. Anyone looking for a game? I don't know what you're insinuating with those quotes, but I'd love to play, especially since you're using my pieces. And then next year, I don't think you know how quotes work. Careful, Sam, he cheats. Shut up, Kenny. In light of recent events, we should really consider locking the doors now. 1, if the aliens know where we are, it's the safest thing to do. 2, we're growing more and more of our food. Why are we still risking the virus or the aliens making their way into Nax by leaving the doors open? How many comments do you have left? We have a few comments left. I want to try to wrap this up, so we're already at about 2 hours. Let's.
Have we even solved our puzzle? We don't even know what we're doing.
No, we haven't.
Yet.
Because we were.
We have no idea what our. Well, we don't know what our goal is still, do we?
Well, we need to dig into the dark web portion.
Oh God, do we have another password crack?
Probably.
God, we may have to come back. I don't know. We can keep trying for now, but at the 3 hour mark, no one's going to be clicking anymore.
You're right. All right. So personnel files. Let's look at council stuff again. So Alexander, we know that he had the access to the dark web portion using this backdoor portion of the Bowden Ivan. We are made of the same code. I don't know what that means.
What is it saying?
We are made of the same code.
That's Alosha?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have anything except that one computer paper from Alosha, did we? Well, that wouldn't be... It's not Alosha. Okay, no, is it?
Yeah. Let's see. Elements. Okay. No.
Apprehensive nature is convenient. I tried asking Patricia, put out this stuff instead. He likes to spy. What did you say? We were made from the same code?
Yeah.
Oh god, we still have the USB thing to decrypt.
Correct, but that's at the we have to get into this stuff first.
Yeah. DNA.
DNA?
I don't know. Try it. DNA. Code. Code. DNA. No?
Nope.
I thought that was you. Okay.
But maybe DNA code. Let's look up.
Oh, I got. Hold on. It's GT and A. GT and A are the 3 letters we probably need. Maybe that's why she printed out this computer model, because I found the letters GT and A on these. There's a T here, an A here, and a B here.
Tag?
No, like in DNA, there's like different bonds, and 3 out of the 4 letters are GT and A.
Right. But what order do we put it in?
That's what assembling a puzzle would mean, is my suspicion. I'm assuming this is like DNA or something, but I could be wrong. I figured out one of them, I just haven't figured out the rest yet.
ATG.
Yeah.
Huh?
There you go.
So I just started doing combinations of those 3 letters. So ATG is the code for that. And then okay. Welcome user. All right. figure out?
I just found like the one spot I can fit something into.
Oh, nice.
But nothing else is really
Okay.
working.
Okay, so what we've got is some documents, personnel file notes, sermon text. Do you remember what was on the last time we went in here?
Say that one more time.
Do you remember what was in here the last time we went in here?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
What's the first section? Is it personnel notes?
Personnel files.
You can check that. And I can
notes.
tell you quickly if anything else is different. It should. Can you just get that a little bit bigger for me so I can read it from here?
Oh, it won't let me.
Okay,
It won't
you're
let me
good.
zoom in or zoom out.
Can you just read me like a little bit
I
of
think I
it?
just messed everything up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You can't make that.
No, it won't increase the font.
No, I meant like the size of your computer. Sorry. Okay. Use yourself. Traits of. Yep, that's all the same. The stuff that's different is going to be like all the small italics. That's all the same. Okay, so the cigarette. So that's all the same. I think
Okay, so this is all the same.
it's looking like it so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll say that it's all the same.
For now, yeah.
And
And there was another one on that same grouping with that personnel profile that we could not get into. It was a locked document.
the sermon.
Yeah, so that we could not
Okay.
get into last time.
So here's the sermon one. If I can. So this is the audio transcript of the sermon given in chapel, day 1831. The sister's following has grown since B005's body was recovered. People who wish to see surface again are gravitating towards her message. Very convenient for her. Do not trust. I see a number of new faces in the crowd today. Welcome all of you newly realized elect. I am overjoyed that you have chosen to recognize your true calling. All right, so this is all just the script of all that. It's a long read too. There's a lot of more really in-depth information. Let's take a quick look through everything.
Yeah.
Terminal is still locked. Let's look at case file.
Okay, so there was 3 things in that. The hallway one we could not get into.
Yeah, so we got that one.
So the hallway
we got
one's the
that
problem.
one,
Try that.
and surveillance entryway
Nope.
is still locked.
And there's nothing there.
TSS file. This was the one with the
Yeah.
different noises, right?
And basically, I figured out that the 6 hertz is the EMF emitter thingy.
Okay.
And then the other range is people.
Virus report.
That we did not have last time. That's new.
Okay.
Oh. Is that this? Is that this?
That is it. This is how to put that together.
So I'm struggling. I got
That's
one.
what it looks like anyway. Something
Yeah.
of that nature.
That's what I need.
Let's see if I can.
Because I'm figuring out there's 3 types. There's 3 types of item plus these fill-in spots plus the virus. I just don't know what I'm doing. But that's how I got the T, G, and A part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The diagram A, DNA strand enlarged. And then diagram B. So this is the virus. That is the virus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And it fits here. I just can't figure out where any of the other pieces fit because they all have the same pieces on them. Like the virus one fits here. But
So
these are all the connector pieces, if that makes sense. They all have this short, tiny nub right here.
mhm.
This right here can fit into this, and it does a pretty decent socket spinny spin.
Okay.
The bigger one, that bigger hole, I can't find anything that fits into that yet. It doesn't really fit very well.
Okay.
And there's tiny holes. Hold on, let me show you. Here you go. There's tiny holes like
Yo,
this
EXO, what's up?
that pokey stick down into.
Okay.
But again, I have. Are there any
So-
differences in shapes? Because I have.
Just a little bit, but this would probably be a lot better if I could make it bigger. But
Here, let me try to do
like,
this
we
thing.
can
What was
zoom
what was the password again last time? Actually, never mind. Let me see. How'd you get into the back door this time? Same way?
Yes.
directory?
Wolf Fighter!
Is it still under his daughter?
Yeah, the under him, and then find the one that looks like a different color, and click on the name. It's the middle name.
Oh, it's a different child this time.
I think so. Yeah, so there's some stuff with that.
Did you still do this one?
Huh?
Is it that name still?
No, I don't think you logged in with the current password of motherboard.
Okay. AC records. We're not sure. That's what we were trying to figure out. That's what we were looking at. And then I think that's going to be a solve off stream.
What?
For some of this stuff.
Well, we have to have whatever we need to tell.
Right, I know, but I don't know if putting this together is
imperative for us to solve. All I think that we needed for this was the GT and A.
I agree.
That's all I think we need from it.
Yeah. In all honesty, we're not 100% sure what we need in all of this. The Lab C is inactive.
Well, basically,
AC, Dormitory A.
Oh, it's asking for another file archive. Yes, but wait, please connect USB and enter file archive password. Maybe we do some
communication. This is new, right?
So this is what it's asking for this episode to complete it. Wanting a file. Maybe it's the password to this. I don't know.
Please connect USB and enter file archive password. Okay. Well, that would probably be. Or did you tell is Ryloth what you used to talk to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, I don't know the next part, so I don't know what to do next. But yeah.
Okay. So day 1833 have been dwelling much on past lately. Strange occurrences in Patricia's system, like ones we have been experiencing, have not occurred since before day 0. Have pulled personal logs from time period surrounding day 0 for closer examination. I must admit they pain me to read. Dates have been altered to reflect new standard calendar. Okay, so dates, -76. Lila and her pet computer are still none the wiser to backdoor system. We'll be storing data here like squirrel, just in case. Too many people in this base now, not like old days. Must keep some things to myself. Day -72. Deep space transmissions. Lila has been tracking, continue to increase in frequency. We have never seen anything like them before. Meaning of transmission is still unclear. Whatever is sending them is very, very big. It is on direct course for Earth. Approximate.
I can't get to the document. I can't get to this. I can't get to. I thought it was AGT.
ATG.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was trying to be subtle, and you made it sound like I freaking shocked you or something.
No,
I did not electrocute you. Thank you.
Let's see. Matthias, Lila, and myself have not slept in days. Computer working overtime to decode transmissions. No progress. Approximate arrival is less than 3 months from today. There has been attempted breach in Patricia's firewall, as if we did not have enough to worry about. Connected to transmissions. Another attempted breach, much closer to success this time. But I was able to fend it off. Must find this attacker as soon as possible. If Patricia were to be compromised, there's no telling amount of destruction she would bring to us. Have confirmed attacks not connected to transmissions seem to be coming from single party situated on planet Earth, wish that I could provide more specific location than that. Slowly began preparing for a mega protocol scenario in light of most recent readings. Request denied.
Well, it asked for like a password of some kind.
Third attempted cyber attack. Hacker picked terrible time to mess with us. Too much happening now. A man named Shepard Oswald assigned to cyber attack case. He is currently in Europe. Will be en route to America in 12 hours. Let's see. Most recent reading suggests it is even larger than we thought. Omega Protocol being discussed more seriously. Well, Ryloth is what you use to talk to Patricia initially. So, like, if you go to Patricia and you type in Ryloth, that's to get into the user backdoor side. Connecting, you are now connected. Manual override. Please connect USB and enter file archive password. We don't know what the file archive password is. So that's what we're trying to find in here to see if it tells us. I've been focused on establishing secure NACS facility intranet for inevitably events. Usually Lyle would be head of such thing. Have taken liberty of adding several access points. I will not be around forever, but things I know should not disappear with me. Someone, perhaps Lila, will find them one day. Maybe Lila? I'm selfishly happy that I rank highly enough to have Nina and our children brought in. There are some benefits. Okay. Internet tasks distracted me. I became careless. Hacker managed to breach security. New incident report sent to Agent Oswald. Amongst many other things, Salem now knows Omega Protocol is being discussed. If he goes to press with this particular fact, mass panic will erupt. Let's see. Okay, Cyril has been urging us all to speak with him to make sure that we're not all on verge of mental breakdowns. Running back and forth like headless chicken in order to prepare dormitories and long-term storage facilities. High-ranking residents finally give permission to call their allotted next of kin. Nina and our children are packing their things. Received report from Oswald. He seems to think he is closing in. Maybe. Yeah, well, I mean, Red Panda read through it all. I didn't get a chance to.
What?
Yo, Exo, what's up?
What's the question?
What's up, Exo? If you read through any of her decodings.
Oh, I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so she was thinking that she was wondering if it hints to who the contact is.
Oh, I think it does. Yes. The problem is there's so many coded pages.
Nice, Exo.
I can't figure out which was which part. As far as like,
yeah,
I didn't figure out each author. I know Olaf's isn't a lot of this, but
okay.
I think the contact is either Simone or the Cyril Farahand, but that was just my theory so far. I just haven't had time to prove it yet.
Right.
But now that I'm reading this more, I'm wondering if Simone is actually one of the bad guys, because she was mentioned in here quite a few times on one of these.
What is this? How long are we going to stay down here? Oh, I think it's needs to be translated.
What?
This word.
Mm.
Oh, that's okay, because there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of different
the printed pages so I can read this easier.
We're trying not to make this like a 4-hour thing.
Well, considering this just tells us one of the authors, that's helpful. So I didn't realize that was one of the authors. That's confusing. So...
yeah, so the password card is that gives you access to the actual website. So you have to decipher that code to get access to the website in the first place. That's how we got the code for Motherboard.
Well, this is interesting.
Dad. Okay. What's that?
So Matthias is the one that starts the conversation with asking the correct initial questions, kind of a thing. and they mention Cyril in this, so it's the anonymous person has to be either Lila, Alosha, or Shepard.
Okay.
So the anonymous person just keeps saying the words, "Not yet. This needs to be handled with finesse. I'll make my stance known in due time. If we want the others to vote with us, they need to feel they're making the choice on their own. We can't railroad them." Mm-hmm. So whatever they're doing, they're trying to get the other 3 people to vote their way, basically.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So it sounds like they might be very pro lock-in, is what I'm gathering based on all this. Happened to Persephone, even getting murdered, keep them below surface kind of thing. So these 2 are probably pro lock-in. The other 3 might be not for the lock-in, maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah. So, but basically, that I don't think is our contact, though. Our contact is against the council, so I don't think it's going to be a person in the council, if that makes any sense at all. Lila and Alosha are arguing a lot on this one.
Let's see. All those asked questions I didn't answer to. How long are we going to stay down here? Preparations complete. Okay. After much back and forth, has chosen to stay. He has excellent skills. Okay. Much started ever, still indecipherable, arriving in approximately 7 to 8 days. Tracking suspect's location. Last straggling family members of high-ranking residents have finally arrived. Day -3. Base at capacity. About time. Only 3 days remaining. Now all we can do is wait and see what happens.
Wait a second. Are they going to release the virus?
No. This is talking about the attack being imminent from the aliens.
Right. It just sounds like people are running to the base before the attack happens.
Correct, because they are enacting Omega Protocol.
Oh, so they enacted it before the attack then. Okay.
Correct, yes. So what it is basically they started talking about activating Omega Protocol. They finally got word that they could, that certain members were allowed to notify their next of kin, and go from there, basically.
Gotcha.
And then they all started going into the facility and then start pulling other people into the facility. And then day -1, they are early. Death, Destroyer of Worlds is visiting surface. All we can do is hold one another. Omega Protocol enacted. About time. All the facilities' self-sustaining capabilities put fully online. All communications outside world cut off. Distress calls from all continents no longer constantly playing. Leadership and debate over who will constitute A-ranked officials. Do not trust any of them based on how they have behaved. Day 1, some people in the facility are very sick. Something is wrong. We are so fixated on what would come on day 0 that we did not stop to wonder if they would send anything out in front of them. Something too small to register on sensors. A virus. Last stragglers must have carried it in. Now it spreads amongst us here. First fatality has already occurred. Augustus was such a sweet boy. Persephone and small team of volunteers have been living in hazmat suits since first symptoms appeared, doing their best with what medication we have. Lab C has become a quarantine zone for the sick.
That's why they wouldn't open it when Simone wanted to open it last episode.
Yeah. Over 90% of base appears to have been infected. Persephone has been leading all of them down to Lab C herself. Let's see. Nina, Sophia, Pavlov, and Bo amongst them. I trust Persephone to do her best to help them. I told them everything was going to be all right and that Dad would come to visit as soon as he could.
So the families actually made it to the base. They just didn't survive. Oh, that's even worse.
I promised them all that they would be safe here. I was wrong, and now I am alone. Persephone gave orders from inside Lab C that the entire base must undergo full decontamination. We only have resources to perform this feat once. Although we will have enough materials to perform hundreds of decontamination procedures to individual residents if we ration carefully. The virus must not breach these doors again. At least one person survived the attacks on surface. Oswald showed up at our doorstep today, underwent thorough individual decontamination and debrief. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything in these files right now that is pointing towards a password. But yes, Exquisite, we still need the password for access to the USB.
Should we plug in the USB and see if it prompts the password? Like, is it going to ask us anything that might help us figure it out?
Yeah, we can do that.
don't know. I'm running out of ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, I miss some of the trash talk stuff and the neighborhood gossip, but I assume that's not.
Well, I can't remove that, sir.
You don't have a USB drive, do you?
I will have to unhook the camera that's over your model right now. So
Well,
that camera's
okay,
going to
'cause
freeze, chat.
I'm failing miserably right now, so that's totally fine in my opinion.
All right, so that is going to freeze for a moment, and we'll take the USB. Okay. So there's one visible folder. I always have hidden files turned on. So there are 3 hidden files, but those may just be there because of whatever reason. So there's 2 files that are inside of a zip drive. Let's try extracting. It wants a password. It's password protected. So there's a one that says open this, and it needs a password to even try to extract it from the zip file.
So it won't even tell you a clue.
No.
Try DNA, please. Because remember, it was wrapped around this. Remember, it was wrapped around the necklace?
Yeah.
What if she wrapped it around so that we would know the password and it's the word DNA?
Incorrect.
I capitalized or lowercase last time.
Try it lowercase this time.
Had to try.
Not work.
Sorry, at least one to try.
What was the other one? Was it ATG that we used to get in here?
Yeah.
Right. Nope. Not either.
I'm looking real quick to see if we can get any.
Wasn't there a? Where's the field notes? There was her field notes. Wasn't there a symbol? This was wrapped around the USB.
Yeah.
Her field notes had this symbol on it.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
The word pair.
Let's try that.
That would make sense because she kept talking about pairs in the previous Discord. Not Discord, but their version of Discord as well.
That's it. It's pair.
Cool.
Okay.
Good call.
So
Good
do
job.
we need to enter that into? So here we go. So there's
I think
this.
we tell that to the contact then, right?
Okay, so this is an image, but it says open this, so we're going to look at this first real quick, maybe. Here. This is a note from Persephone. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. My name is Persephone Grace, ID number B005. If you are reading this, it means I failed. For more than 1,815 days, I have been putting band-aids on the apocalypse. I've been doing my best to keep the residents of Nax alive, but I'm losing the fight. Recently, I've started hearing whispers about a plan to seal ourselves away from the outside world. We will not survive that. So many have died, and if I'm going to save the few of us that are left, I have to act now. I've been reading over Dr. Thomas's notes and conducting a few tests of my own over the past few weeks. The password was pair. Like fruit pear. Yeah.
Green fruit from the tree. She kept talking
From
about
what I've
pears.
gathered, the virus only seems to infect humans and cannot survive for long outside of a host's body. Roughly 95% of the human population was wiped out by this disease 5 years ago. The likelihood of the virus surviving that long with such a small host population is almost impossible. I wish I could do a proper study of the virus, but Matthias has banned any effort to bring a viral sample into the facility. So to test this hypothesis, I've had to get creative. Our decontamination process is good, but it isn't perfect. Some small trace of the virus could make it through and into the facility. What is it? Here we go. I've been swabbing items brought back from the outside and been taking blood samples from the expedition party, and I've found nothing. This idea is still just a hunch. It's based on a small sample size, and it's nearly rigorous, and it isn't nearly rigorous enough. But I'm running out of time. I need something concrete to take before the council, before talk of sealing the doors gets any further. I'm terrified, but I know how to get the evidence I need. I'm not immune to the virus. My GC content is too low. During the outbreak here, I was either sealed away in the med bay or in a hazmat suit, and I'm still lucky to have made it. If I left this place and the virus was still active, there is no chance I'd survive. But if I can stay out there for at least 5 days, a week, to be safe, it'll prove that I'm right. I'll prove the virus is gone. This is incredibly stupid and dangerous, but I don't see any other options.
Interesting.
Let's see. If I'm going to save what's left of us, I have to try. Only one other person knows what I plan to do. I need their help to exit the facility. I won't be disclosing their identity in case I was wrong. I don't want them blamed for my mistake. I hope none of you ever see this, but if you do, know that I did this for all of us. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. Okay.
Well, that's it.
This is autopsy notes is what we're looking at here. Still doing that. Okay. I need to extract these files real quick. Because it keeps trying to tell me that this is that there's more than one disk that needs to be put in.
Gotcha.
So what I'm going to do is copy it from here and close this USB. Hope that allows me to move that. Cancel on that. Hopefully that'll stop making that little pop-up window pop up. Okay.
You not pop up.
This is what we've got. So this is labeled as autopsy.
I quit.
This is what it looks like.
Terrifying.
Eyes clear. Film moves across them. Maybe eyelids. Are they blinking? Possibly the head, mouth. I think. I don't know what this is.
What is it? I can't see.
Looks like like the thorax type thing.
They're terrifying.
Oh, thank you, Exquisite.
Thank you. It did work really well. Thank you. I still need to reveal my solve from that one.
Okay. Texture ambiguous, seems hard and slimy, but can't be sure.
Unless I
took my, or can't be sure unless I took my suit off.
Wait, that says J.
Correct.
Who's J?
Jordan.
Oh, so this isn't Persephone. Drawing this. This is
Jordan. Jordan. This is note to Jordan, though. It says, Jordan, went through your handbook, took some notes, and scanned this page for our private use. You, me, and Simone all know what Matthias disapproves of, or that all know that Matthias disapproves of this study. So let's keep this out of the council's hands until we have the whole truth. Between your sketches and the blood samples Simone left me, or let me borrow, we can start making sense of these things. If you had actually brought whole organs or the entire body back, I could be more accurate, but it is what it is. how you killed one of them is beyond me, but it makes more sense than trying to figure out how the hell you got their blood into the facility. You are wonderfully devious.
She's been known for smuggling, just so we're clear.
Anyway, let's get started. Once I've gathered enough data, I'll release this back to you. Now we've got stuff here.
Looks like the mouse.
So, looks like, mouth 2. So they killed one, and it looks like they maybe cut it open or something.
Yeah.
Leg muscle, heart, no heart, kidney-like organ, stomach. Gills, no lungs. Midgut.
Oh, right there, virus molecule.
Virus molecule shaped more like human DNA. It is eerily precise. Engineered? ? P. So that was just a note from her. Looks like that's actually... Thought maybe it needed, or that it could be moved over, but it can't. So there's a tower off on the right that kind of got cut off on their scan, or on her scan. But
that's that tower they were talking about, wasn't it? There was a tower mentioned in another article somewhere.
Mm-hmm. So, but it looks like, it says, do they live here?
Weren't they all over it or something like that?
Yeah, they were flying around it or something.
Maybe it's interfering with their way to hear or see if they're like echolocating or something.
Maybe.
Because, like, remember, like, they, aren't they attracted to, like, sound and stuff because they're deaf or blind? No, they're blind, I think. Is what
Yeah,
right?
well, it's saying that,
or is it they're deaf? They might
clear
be deaf.
film across, or clear film moves across them. Maybe eyelids. Are they blinking? They don't know whether they're blind, but they know they respond to certain hertz specifically.
I think there's a special frequency that that sounds accurate.
So let's look back at with Patricia. So we need to please connect USB and enter file archive password pair, right?
I think so, yeah. Give me another minute, baby. I'll get you.
Files uploaded. Okay. It looked...
Oh, it's exploding. Keep going and going.
Patricia... Okay, files uploaded. Patricia, our contact is typing, or somebody's typing. Yeah, I'm guessing contact. It looks like Persephone might have been right about the virus, but it wasn't the virus that killed her, so we can't be sure. She could have been infected, and we'll never know. The council won't vote to let Jordan leave on an expedition again for the time being. Thank you for your hard work. Await further instructions. Disconnecting. You are now disconnected. So...
We did it?
Yep, that's it.
I swear I've had this like 10 times, but every time I finally get another piece
I think it makes a DNA strand.
No, I do too, but I can't get it to freaking work. They're crap. I'm telling you, crap.
I think it makes the double helix, and then
no, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. But like, this is the middle section, but the middle section's not attaching correctly.
Well, here
it's very frustrating.
Once we're done and wrap all this up,
I quit.
I'm gonna bring this up full screen, and you can look at the diagram.
Well, I tried looking at the diagram. It's still not good enough. Like, I know what it's supposed to do, but the pieces aren't connecting well enough. I think there's junky, crappy pieces. Is the honest truth. I don't think like that one's broken. So whatever chance I would have of troubleshooting, it's not working.
Yeah. Okay. So that I think is it for what we can do tonight. And for this episode. So episode 2, definitely a lot more information. There's just so much here with all of this to dive into. I encourage you
and update what I find out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Episodes,
So we'll do like what we've been doing, where between episodes, pay attention to the Discord. Red Panda will make sure that anything that she kind of like further finds or feels might be, important to everything with it is kind of just placed into that Discord. Definitely took this case. I mean, I can't say this enough. This case is going to take a team effort. We have so many ciphers that if we want to try to get this done in the course of
everyone says they're junk and they won't fit together.
Into the I forgot the camera wasn't up there. I thought that was on.
No.
Yeah, you're good.
No. I know it wasn't. I was just still fiddling.
Yeah. So so basically, I mean, we're gonna need help each episode more than likely. if we're wanting to keep this to within that 2.5 hour time frame and not make this a 5 hour episode, then yeah, we're really gonna above like any I feel like
report to show it up and do homework.
I feel like beyond any hunt a killer case that we have done up to this point, this is probably the most ciphers we have done.
Oh, 100%.
No, in all honesty, Exquisite, if you hadn't been here tonight to help us put those together tonight, we would still be here working on those ciphers.
We would have had to probably time out and said we'll come back another day for part 2, because that would have taken us an hour probably at least.
So the so that's the thing. So like I know when I mean if you're watching this on YouTube, I may go in and like those parts where we were trying to just solve ciphers is just us sitting here. So I may kind of condense that down and phase that out, just to try to reduce the runtime. But
yeah, because there's no point them watching us trying to solve and scrambling around.
But we kind of we try to leave it real, right? Right.
We were too, but even with that, it just took time and translating it all back out. Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank God for Google, though. I'll tell them that part. Google won the day on that. So otherwise, I would never figure out the hexadecimal.
And it's been a really long week at work for me personally. I know for you, it's been a long week. And so it's definitely it takes a toll, and then like you're trying to stress your brain on stuff.
Yeah.
So we definitely could always use the help from all of you in chat when we do these live. So if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. But also, give us a follow over here on Twitch, and it's free to do. And tune in, join the Discord, like I said. In there, it'll tell you when the next date is for our next episode, and go from there.
I'll put the one I solved. This one, I'll put this in the Discord.
Okay, perfect. Everyone. I think if we might need to just
That's all it is. It's just missing vowels.
Okay, I think what we'll do is make like maybe a one document source. We can combine like Exquisite stuff.
Okay. There's all from different people, 2 different people.
Well, right, but I have all of the original files all in one file.
Okay.
Like all of those are in one file.
Sure, that works.
So maybe we just combine all of that, and so then but we'll figure that out later, right? But chat, I will just pay attention to Discord like we keep saying. Sorry, we're getting very tired, so we're like going in circles here on talking about things.
I wasn't trying to. I just remember there was a one I didn't give out. So,
yeah. No, absolutely. We're good. So we will see you all next time with episode 3. Can't wait for that. Definitely being able to dig into more.
Once I need a break from a week or 2, that was a lot.
It will be a couple weeks for the next episode. The Discord has the website and the username and password on it. So if you want to dig in and you want to dig more into the drama from their forum page, and dig more into some of the more deeper level stuff,
it's good.
Then definitely pay attention, or go into there and feel free to dig around and see what you can find yourself. Maybe ask Patricia some questions, whatever you want to do. All right. Well, I hope you all have a fantastic night. Stay safe, stay strange. And we will catch you next time for episode